Dental handpieces are used during preventative, restorative, surgical, endodontic, and laboratory procedures. And for the DANB General Chairside exam, you need to know the difference between low speed and high speed handpieces, which attachments and burrs fit each one, how rotary instruments are identified, and how handpieces are properly maintained. Hey DA fam, it's your girl Leela. Who else? And welcome back to
The DA Study Spot, yeah.
In this week's study session, we're breaking on Chapter 35 of the MDA 15th edition textbook, Dental Handpieces and Accessories, in simple sections so you understand the equipment instead of trying to memorize a long list of terms. Let's get started, but before we do so, be sure to hit that like, subscribe, and notification bell so you are alerted every time I upload new study sessions. Run it! A dental handpiece is a device that uses air pressure or electricity to rotate a burr or another rotary instrument. Think of it as a dental power tool.
The handpiece supplies the movement, but the attachment or rotary instrument performs the actual cutting, finishing, or polishing. The two most common types are the low-speed handpiece and the high-speed handpiece.
Now, that's not the only function of each handpiece, but it gives you an easy starting point. The low-speed handpiece is sometimes called the slow-speed handpiece.
It usually operates between approximately 5,000 and 30,000 revolutions per minute. The low-speed motor can hold three common attachments: the straight attachment, the contra-angle attachment, and the prophylaxis angle. The straight attachment is commonly used outside the patient's mouth. It may be used in the dental laboratory for trimming and contouring temporary restorations, custom trays, removable appliances, and orthodontic appliances. The contra-angle attachment is designed for use inside the mouth. It may be used for removing soft decay, finishing cavity preparations, polishing restorations, adjusting fixed restorations, and certain root canal procedures. The angle of the attachment helps the operator reach tooth surfaces more easily. The prophylaxis angle, also called the prophy angle, is used for coronal polishing. It holds a prophy cup or prophy brush. Remember, straight works outside, contra works inside, and prophy polishes.
The high-speed handpiece is used when the dentist needs rapid cutting. And depending on the system, it may operate at speeds up to approximately 400,000 revolutions per minute.
The high-speed handpiece may be air-driven or electric. It is commonly used for removing decay, removing old or defective restorations, preparing a tooth for a crown or another indirect restoration, creating the outline and retention form of a preparation, accessing a tooth for root canal treatment, and finishing certain restorations. Now, because the burr rotates at such a high speed, it creates frictional heat. Too much heat can damage the dental pulp. That is why the high-speed handpiece uses a water coolant system. The water spray cools the tooth and the burr, removes debris, and improves visibility. Many high-speed handpieces also contain a fiber optic light near the head. The light shines directly onto the operating area and helps the dentist see more clearly.
Not every burr fits every handpiece.
Which is why the burr must have the correct shank for the handpiece or attachment being used. The contra-angle attachment commonly holds a latch-type burr. A latch-type burr has a groove at the end that locks into the attachment, but the high-speed handpiece commonly holds a friction grip burr, and a friction grip burr is short and smooth. It is secured by friction inside the high-speed handpiece, and some high-speed handpieces uses a burr changing device, while others have a built-in release button.
So in addition to low-speed and high-speed handpieces, dentistry also uses specialized handpieces.
Starting with the laboratory handpiece, which is used outside of the mouth. It provides greater torque, which means greater twisting or turning force. It is used for trimming, finishing, and polishing materials such as acrylic restorations and removable prostheses. Then there's the ultrasonic handpiece, which is commonly used for scaling and root planning. It uses sound vibrations and water to produce a pulsating action. This helps remove calculus, debris, and stains from the tooth surface. Next handpiece is the laser handpiece, which delivers energy in the form of light. It may be used to remove decay, prepare tooth structure, reshape gingival tissue, remove tissue for a biopsy, and assist with teeth whitening procedures. Laser safety is extremely important, so protective eyewear must be worn, the beam must be controlled, and reflective objects should be removed from the beam's path. There is also an air abrasion handpiece which works like a small sandblaster. It uses high pressure aluminum oxide particles to remove enamel, dentin, or restorative material. It may be used for sealants, stain removal, small cavity preparations, endodontic access, and preparing a tooth surface for cementation. There are other specialized handpieces, such as an implant handpiece, which is designed for implant procedures, an endodontic handpiece, which works with files used to clean and shape root canals, and a surgical handpiece, which is designed to prevent air from being directed into the surgical site.
Now, dental handpieces are considered semi-critical because they do come in contact with mucous membrane and may be contaminated with blood or saliva. And with that being said,
Handpieces must be sterilized before reuse. Improper cleaning or lubrication can allow debris to collect inside the handpiece and damage the internal parts. The most important rule is always follow the manufacturer's instructions. Some handpieces require lubrication before sterilization, some require lubrication after sterilization, and some may not require lubrication at all. But never assume that every handpiece is maintained the same way. Now, when it comes to cleaning after the procedure, you want to make sure you are wearing the appropriate personal protective equipment or PPE. You're going to run the handpiece for approximately 20 to 30 seconds to flush out air and water, disconnect it from the dental unit, clean the exterior with mild soap and water or another approved product. Avoid harsh chemicals that may corrode the handpiece and clean the internal components according to the manufacturer's directions. When lubrication is required, the recommended oil is placed into the drive line. The handpiece is then operated briefly to distribute the lubricant, but the handpiece should be dry before it is packaged because moisture may contribute to corrosion. Which leads us to sterilization. We're going to package the handpiece according to the manufacturer's instructions. Sterilize it using the approved method, such as steam autoclaving or chemical vapor sterilization. Before using the sterile handpiece again, flush the air and water lines. A simple sequence to remember this is flush, clean, lubricate, package, sterilize, and flush again.
a dental burr has three basic parts.
The shank, the neck, and the head. The shank is the part that fits into the handpiece, the neck connects the shank to the head, and the head is the working portion that cuts, finishes, or polishes.
There are also three main types of burr shanks.
The straight shank, which is long and fits into the straight attachment of the low speed handpiece. The latch type shank, which has a groove at the end. It fits into the contra-angle attachment of the low speed handpiece. And the friction grip shank, which is short and smooth and fits into the high speed handpiece.
Burr shape refers to the design of the head.
The round burr may be used for initial entry into tooth structure, removing decay, extending a preparation, and creating retention. The inverted cone burr may remove decay and create retentive grooves. The straight fissure burr helps form the internal walls of a preparation, and the cross-cut fissure burr contains additional cuts across the blades, which can improve cutting efficiency. Then we have the tapered fissure burr, which helps create angles in the walls of a prepared tooth, the pear-shaped burr, which is commonly used for initial entry and extending a preparation, and the end cutting burr, which cuts mainly at its end. It may be used to create a shoulder for a crown preparation.
For exam preparation, try to connect the shape of the burr with its function instead of trying to memorize each burr number at once.
Last section of this chapter, which includes the diamond rotary instruments. Diamond burrs have industrial diamond particles attached to a metal base. They are available in different shapes and grit levels. Common shapes include round, flat end taper, flame, cylinder, and wheel. A coarse grit removes more material while a fine grit creates a smoother finish. We also have our finishing burrs, which look similar to cutting burrs, but they have more blades called flutes. The increased number of flutes creates a smoother finishing action. Then there are abrasive rotary instruments. Abrasive rotary instruments include discs, wheels, stones, rubber points, and polishing accessories. Coarse abrasives remove excess material. Fine abrasives smooth and polish the restoration. Rubber points and cups may be used for polishing, and cutting discs may be used to separate or cut material. Finishing off this chapter with the mandrel, which is an attachment used to hold certain discs or wheels in the handpiece. Lastly are laboratory burrs, which are usually larger than intraoral dental burrs. They often have longer shanks and larger heads that are used with the low speed laboratory handpiece for cutting and polishing acrylic materials.
Let's do a quick review on the most important facts of Chapter 35.
The low speed handpiece is commonly used for finishing, polishing, and procedures requiring more control. The high speed handpiece is used for rapid cutting and requires water coolant. The straight attachment is mainly used outside the mouth. The contra-angle attachment is used inside the mouth. The prophy angle is used for coronal polishing. Latch type burrs fit the contra-angle attachment. Friction grip burrs fit the high speed handpiece. A burr has a shank, neck, and head. Ultrasonic handpieces vibrate. Laser handpieces use light. Air abrasion handpieces work like sandblasters. Dental handpieces are semi-critical instruments and must be sterilized before reuse. And maintenance must always follow the manufacturer's instructions.
All right, y'all, and that is it for Chapter 35 study session, Dental Handpieces and Accessories. Feel like you need some more practice? Then check out my Ultimate DANB Certification Study Guide where I break down high-yield concepts for each exam, 375 plus practice questions with answers and rationales, a list of dental terminology, cheat sheets, a 6, 10, and 12 study week planner, a compliance list, and so much more. Click that link in my description and you can get all your study materials there. Next week's study session, we'll move into another important General Chairside chapter. So until then, keep studying, stay consistent, and I will see you guys at the next study session. Bye.
The DA study spot, yeah.